What have I got myself into? G'day guys, Chronicles of Solid here, and welcome back to another off-road adventure. I hope your holiday season has been a good one. Today I'm up at a local motocross park, and we're just doing some single track just to warm up. But the idea for today is to get some real deep sand going. This will be my first real deep sand experience, and trust me, I make a lot of mistakes along the way. Just some house cleaning before we get going. Today will be fairly heavy on the narration, mainly because I had to concentrate so much in this video I barely talk at all. And I'm not with the noob patrol today, I'm with a bunch of guys who are all practicing for the Simpson desert. So I've tagged along to get some sand experience. One of the challenges of riding with a diverse bunch of people is every now and then you come across someone who doesn't want to be plastered up all over the internet, which is perfectly fine by me if they don't want their right to privacy invaded. So the editing process might be a little strange in this video. This little track that I'm on was actually quite a bit of fun. It wasn't too challenging, a few whoops and some nice banked corners, so it was good practice for tight, quick riding. It was also a lot of fun hunting down the other riders. They were all on much bigger bikes than I was, so I had a great advantage here. Of course, that advantage didn't last too long, as we soon got to the sand where my lack of experience shone through once again. It was probably the most challenging ride I've had to date, but I did learn a lot in the ride, as you'll soon see. You want me first or you? So after the little motocross track, we hit this big kind of open paddock where there's quite a lot of soft sand to get in some good practice. Here I am hitting it for the first time. Sand, you son of a bitch. Try and keep my weight back and not kill myself is basically the idea. Keep a steady throttle. Easier said than done. Here you see Rob, who you've met in a couple of my earlier videos, taking his R1100GS through the sand like a pro. This is just a testament to his skill, really. When it boils down to it, rider skill is probably more important than the bike. He's getting through the sand much easier than me on a bike half the weight. Fuck be turning sand. I remember to grip the tank with my legs. Whoa. number 2. It's really hard to feel confident in this stuff. Basically, I made it around without falling, but so much close calls. I guess it's just like off-road, but more extreme. You got to learn to. The bike is just going to be wobbling around everywhere. And as soon as you put a corner into the mix, my God. Exhibit A. I am a little more stressed out on this ride than I usually am, and that's because I've done deep sand before but never a full day of it, so I was very apprehensive as to whether I would survive the day or not. The other reason I was more stressed than usual was the other riders' skill level. These were all guys that were really good and planning on a massive journey through the heart of Australia. And here I am with my 2 left feet and my Muppet skills, so I was very worried I was going to be a burden. But the guys were really supportive and very helpful, so I needn't have worried in the end. It's important when you're out and about riding on the trails just to keep one eye open for other riders. As you can see, there's 2 MX bikes flying past me. They're a little hard to spot in the wide open area with no headlights, so just always be mindful of other riders. That was close. Did you see them coming? Huh?
He came out before I got here, so...
Ah, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, there's something to be aware of, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
I'll let the other guys go in front of me. So this is it. This is where it starts getting tough for me. We're actually doing deep sand trails, and watch how quickly it falls apart for me. Quite easily, even with the injuries I sustained in previous crashes. It's just so light. It really makes a difference if you're having to pick your bike up multiple times in a day. Come on! Fuck's sake. You can see here I'm starting to feel the pressure of being the slowest rider and getting a little frustrated with my mistakes. It's going to be harder than I thought.
do wrong is they're looking right in front of them.
Yeah.
It's like any motorcycle.
Just look ahead.
And that's hard to discipline yourself to do. Obviously, you want to be up off the seat if you can.
Yeah.
And grip it with your knees, keep your hands loose.
Grabbing the seat.
You'll get there.
Oh.
The rider on the DR650 just giving me some sagely wisdom to not forget about target fixation and just to keep looking well ahead, otherwise I will keep coming off. It's amazing how quickly you forget a skill like that when the track gets tight and the going gets hard.
Look ahead.
It may be counterintuitive, but sometimes you just have to push through that fear mechanism and just focus on the basic skills that you learn. And once I listened to him and just pushed through the fear and just kept looking way ahead, my riding improved markedly. I still came off, but I felt a lot more in control.
You right? You all good? And that big beast.
After that pep talk and the successful navigation of some sand, I was feeling a little more confident, and we popped out onto some limestone tracks periodically. These were nice just to get a bit of a breather in the air moving through the body armour. So if you're thinking of tackling sand, I have 6 tips for you. The first is keep your weight back. The second, get up on the pegs as quick as possible. The third, keep a steady throttle. Fourth, maintain momentum. Fifth, don't use first gear unless you absolutely have to. And 6, look where you want to go. Don't focus on what's right in front of you. And that was the fatal mistake that I made early on, and why I had 3 crashes in the space of 5 minutes. The more experienced riders might like to leave some comments down below to give me some more pointers on how to ride sand. The tips I've given aren't all-inclusive, there's a little more to it, so I might actually make a basic sand riding video in the future with more detail. Coming up is the hardest section of the day for me. I didn't think I would make it through it, but I somehow managed to fumble my way through all this. I do apologise for the smudge in the right hand corner in this bit of the video.
Look ahead, look ahead.
You might notice that in my helmet I'm saying to myself, look ahead, and it might sound stupid, but it really helped just to beat my fears and keep the concentration and just focus on what I need to do rather than worrying about what I was actually doing. Some spots were so soft and dry it was very hard to get traction for all of us. I must admit the rear trail wing is just not built for really deep soft sand.
Oh, soft and rocky, nice. Steady throttle, bother paying attention what's right in front. That's me buggered. Hard on the arms.
It's around this stage that it all really started coming together for me and I really did start enjoying myself. There is a kind of sick pleasure to sand. It is really difficult, but getting it right is really satisfying.
Thanks. Look ahead. Look ahead. Lucky. Turn her off. Pick her up.
This looks like a fairly innocuous drop and I didn't check the damage of my bike, and what had happened in this crash is it had knocked my indicator up into my master cylinder for the front brake and it had loosened the banjo bolt and there was brake fluid streaming out, but I didn't notice. And coming up I come into a situation where I really need the front brake and I just had nothing, so it was quite scary. So always check your bike for damage after every drop.
I'll tell you what, just when you think you got it. Here we go.
You can see here in the slow-mo footage I grab a fistful of front brake and there's nothing there. Luckily I hit the back brake and take evasive action just in time to miss the much larger tree, but it could have been much worse than it was.
Fuck's sake. I think that was the best one yet. My front brake is pissing fluid, so I got no front brake.
As long as there's still fluid.
The reservoir.
Yeah. Still some in the front. Oh, I can still see it, no. So there shouldn't be any air in, hopefully.
We get some of them. We got no brake at all. Alright, we have an 8mm spanner, we have an 8mm.
I do. What do you want to do?
Yeah, it's working a bit. Just try not to rely on it. Latest news, no front brake at the moment. Making things real interesting.
That's the first mechanical issue I've had on the trails so far, and this one was basically down to user error. I mean, you drop your bike 6 times in a day, what do you expect? Luckily a few of the guys managed to patch together so it worked a little bit, and I limped my way home.
Can't fucking see anything. Wait back. Look ahead. Look ahead. Look ahead. Look back.
All in all, this was a really tough ride, but as in most things, the toughest rides are always the most fun. This basically brings this ride to a close. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Been Chronicles of Solid. Like, share and comment below. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.